Hello. Sorry for the slightly late start, but we have 6 players already and back again. You will hopefully be meeting Kat's character in a little bit, so be prepared for that. Um, who wants to start out? Recap of what happened last time on the D&D Chronicles, which was half a month ago, 2 whole weeks.
I think this one was almost entirely combat, really, because we started off like camped out in front of is it a town or a city?
It's
Presumably
the
a city if it's
biggest
got walls like
city.
that.
It's the
Yeah.
biggest city you've ever seen.
Okay. Camped out in front of the city. Well, we didn't really see the city. We saw the outside of it, which meant we didn't really see the city. But it's probably quite big based on the outside walls and such.
Probably.
And then the wagon we were going to be escorting to protect it from the soldiers that were going to attack it showed up. And then we walked into the ambush as we were expecting and had a fight that ended in very questionable circumstances.
Yeah, half of the team exploded, right?
Yes, due to a mislabeled potion that did nothing to the target.
Well, it did something. It freed him from the web.
Yeah.
It only did good things to your enemy. One of Thaldor's mislabeled potions set off a fireball. Because it was just fuck it, we're not getting anything out of this guy, let's throw something at him. And it just so happened that the thing you threw at him was a thing he was immune to, but none of the rest of you were, and also neither were the webs that you webbed him up in.
Yep.
But you did take him out eventually.
Really need to label those potions correctly.
It
Later.
would help. It would help. And then you that's where we ended pretty much. So you are all just kind of hanging around this space with a number of dead people. Just dead bodies just milling around. So you've just met your new friend properly. You've been formally introduced. So, what do you want to do? The people that were actually like riding the wagon and the people that are kind of driving it have started, like, they're calming down the horses, because it literally took like about 45 seconds, the whole thing. Like, it was not a very long period of time at all, so the horses kind of got startled and then got really startled by the large explosion, and so they're calming them down and getting them ready to kind of continue on. As you can just about make the journey in a day if you kind of go from dawn as you did and you kind of keep going. But you know, they take time to kind of get settled, and they want to water the horses a little and things like that. So you have a little bit of time if you want to do anything in the meantime.
Oh, loot.
Is going to summon back Cethel, and is very pointedly keeping away from Thaldor.
Well, we've got there's a load of dead soldiers here with equipment and such, and I'm sure there's space on the wagon that we can shift it until we get over to friendly territory where we can.
Okay. So,
Forget.
who wants to start looking around?
Raquel certainly will, but anyone else wants in, then.
Yeah, definitely not Dag.
Yeah, Pip's probably gonna help Rickle strip the bodies.
Yeah, I mean, there is it makes them less identifiable as soldiers as well.
Okay.
We dump the bodies in a bush as well.
Well,
Z will
at some point,
probably-
the Naparabos will get them.
Yeah, but if you stick them in the bush for a while, then they'll makes it a little bit harder for anyone else to spot.
Just
That's true.
enrichment for the Nuparibos.
Well,
instead
look,
of just leaving the treats out, you want to hide them so that they have to work to get the treats.
They're blind. They have to do that anyway. They'll know where they'll have as much chance of finding it wherever we put them. But if we put them in the bush, then other people won't see them. And then so it just sort of makes it more likely that the automated corpse disposal service of the
I did somewhat set up an automated corpse disposal service, didn't I? I didn't think anyone would use. I clearly had too much faith in my players to think that they would need an automated corpse disposal service, but I did provide one.
it's around. So
Oh,
That's why I
hello.
don't need to bother burying them or something to try and hide what we did.
yeah. Like this way, yeah. Eventually they'll come get rid of the bodies. So if we get rid of all the equipment that would otherwise be left.
Makes sense.
Okay. So most of them, only the kind of boss, the two kind of leaders of this group, were wearing kind of fairly rudimentary, sort of scale mail. It does seem to be. Hello. Sorry, I'm being harassed now. So, you're just gonna sit there. Okay. This is what happens when it gets cold enough for me to turn the heater on. He's just like, yeah, I'm here now. I'm where the warm is. So yeah, you've got these two sets of scale mail. I will pop it all. This is the kind of easy, like, you can just look at them and see this. So I'll pop this in the party sheet. But if you want to make your... Can I see my screen? No. Okay. Ugh. You handed back the soul coins, didn't you? So I need to take those out of your inventory.
Are we rolling something?
Someone was going to roll an investigation check for searching the bodies for me.
Well, Z will
That would be very cool.
probably
can-
saunter over to the one that she killed. And
You can do it with advantage, Raquel, as Pip is helping you. But you can also do a search, Z.
Sure.
We'll take the 16.
think
Oh,
it's
Booker,
probably-
get your ass off the keyboard. Excuse me, sir. Right, I need to give Z this.
Oh yeah, I need my whole.
Okay. Just say it just like that, that's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
that's exactly the way I want to say it.
Okay, so, you find the two... The sort of leather armor on the others is kind of... It doesn't look particularly special. You think if you kind of strip it off them and hide it in a bush, it's going to be about the most amount of effort that they're worth, and that you don't think you'll get very much money or stuff for them in exchange.
Okay.
You do find 3 scimitars and 2 bows. Can I see my... Am I allowed to use my computer? That look he just gave me said no. You find a pair of longbows. And you find Raquel, as you're kind of searching, you do actually find a quiver. That's the word. A quiver of slightly nicer, fancier looking arrows that you think will be quite good. And between the two of you searching, you find an additional. So instead of finding coin, you find some sort of small, different, quite fancy looking kind of art items that you think are probably more likely to be traded than coin if you're kind of lower level enough than to have soul coins. So you're able to find 9 of these different gems. Book. Really? Am I allowed to access my computer? No, I'm going to get licked if I try. Is what's going to happen.
I was wondering what small people use for currency, like bearer favours or something.
So you
Wait
find...
a second. How long do most of the denizens of the below live?
It varies, but most humanoid denizens between 40 and 200. It varies quite a lot. Booker, don't go to sleep on my keep. Don't, please. Okay. He's just got his head on my hand on the mouse now.
Oh.
Because that's what we must do. Okay. So everything is now in your in the party sheet that you found. Baby. Really? Okay. This is just my life now, I guess.
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is everything everyone's got. Interesting.
Right, yeah.
I can.
So Rickle's got the fancy rope.
Mm-hmm.
I can change that if people would rather. Is there a general consensus of wanting it open and invisible?
I'm happy to have it open. I'm not first.
I'm happy to have it open. I don't think there's anyone who's super sneaky in this party that would want to try and hide what they've got in the inventory. You know,
Are you
not any
now?
sort of rogues or
Are
anything
you
like that.
leaving? No, you're not leaving.
Yeah, I didn't realise I had 2 different sets of rope. Well.
Oh yeah, you've got some silk rope.
You tie that together, you have slightly less than 100 feet of rope.
Pip and Dag have the short end of the stick on the rations. It looks like. Oh, actually, he doesn't have any at all. So you know, it's.
Oh wow, the mirror from Beauty and the Beast. Missed on mirror.
Raquel
any
and
items?
Faldor are apparently the only people with any money.
Well, we don't need it.
I've got powdered silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't trust Dag with money.
So, you've gained your wares. Who wants what? As ideally, things shouldn't sit in the party sheet for very long.
Would like to
Obviously,
see
the
them
two
here.
sets of scale mail and the scimitar will be kind of hard to move around easily.
Yeah. Can Dag use scimitars?
He
Just that-
can, but I think he's better with his great axe.
Yeah. Pip can use a longbow, but there's no particular reason why she would. That's...
I will say I will also permit this to count as a short rest. Because some of you need to roll some hit dice because you're making me nervous.
Yup.
Okay.
Especially Faldor. Especially Faldor. Who is currently on 28 wounds out of 33.
That's what happens when you fireball. In your face. Your own face.
Raquel is not doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, things are looking more manageable now. Okay. So as you guys have sort of finished resting a little, we seem to have.
Pip's going to take the hunting trap.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realise that was still in the group. That's in the group inventory. How do I drag it out of there?
You should be able to just drag it out of there into your inventory.
And I have the mirror.
Ah, there you go.
So the mirror, you don't. That needs to be someone that isn't Ash, because it was something that was given by
A long time ago.
Well, it was given by. If people remember, the Mistbound mirror is how you're meant to communicate
Yeah.
Ah.
with the people back at home. They're a bit weird.
They're like, hello, who are you? This is Z, who is this?
Yeah, I think my vote's Pip out of anyone who would,
Yeah.
who would have
Sure,
that.
I'll take it. Makes sense.
The adult.
Does anyone want to take the longbow or the arrows?
Yeah, I think we're going to probably just trade those off. when we
Yeah,
get to-
that's- I think
Hmm.
makes the most sense.
It's really bad. The scale mail will increase my AC by 1, but I get disadvantage. On stealth, so
Chainmail.
And
Chainmail.
wouldn't you get it
Better.
anyway?
I mean,
It's not his strongest.
no, it's not. Even worse.
Presumably, can the gemstones, the like party gold, remain in the party?
Essentially, it's better to know who's carrying things.
Right.
Just for like, not so much inventory management because I don't make people like count how much weight they're carrying or anything like that. It's more
If someone went to go buy something and it's the wrong person, or you like get split up and or
yeah.
someone
And-
gets robbed.
Sort of like scale mail isn't like an easy thing to just be like, someone's carrying this.
No, we're dumping it on the cart, aren't we?
Okay.
That's what I
Nice.
think we're doing with the
And
longbows.
Raquel's just taking all of
and
the
the-
shiny all of the shiny rocks.
Hey, I picked those up.
Yep.
Unless anyone else particularly wants the shiny rocks, then I picked up the shiny rocks.
I think Faldor should take the mushroom beer out of the. It currently says it's assigned to South Faldor.
I don't know why it's not actually gone
Yeah.
to Thaldor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of assuming we sell off all the. We're dumping them on the cart, whether they like it or not. I'm assuming they're not going to disagree with us.
No, they're quite thankful for your help.
Okay. So yeah, we can take those back and sell them.
Okay. And as you kind of set that up, that everyone is ready to go. So
no one's gonna talk to Z. She's just gonna jump back in the cart.
Is anyone going to talk to Z?
They don't have to.
Sure. So, not a lot of people down here can speak common.
Yeah, I
You
suppose
seem
that's
pretty-
true.
You seem quite fluent in it. What's your story?
I fell down a hole, and I've been down here ever since. What's your story?
Where was the hole?
It was. Well, it was somewhere. It's been a long time. I'm not actually sure how long I've been down here, but I'm pretty sure it's been a long time. I don't remember where the hole was.
Might you be interested in going back up at some point?
Very interested. Are you heading in that direction?
Eventually. Currently, somewhat of the opposite. We might want to talk about that one in a more private setting. But for now, let's just say we got here quite recently, and we would know how to get back.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're here quite recently. I think I would have heard about you if you'd been here longer. You seem to be making quite a splash down here.
Okay, that's good to know. What have you heard about us?
No, I'm saying I haven't heard much yet, so you must not have been here for very long.
Ah. Okay.
But I am very interested to talk. If you're going upwards, because no one I've met since I've been down here is going upwards, so that is agreeable to me.
Well, I mean, back to it really, we're actually somewhat going downwards, but we didn't just fall down a hole. We very much intentionally decided to come down here. And like I said, we know the way back up.
Awesome.
Do you happen to
Going
speak
downwards is...
the local
Down-
language as well?
Oh, yes.
That would be quite useful.
Yeah, I do believe it would be more useful than whatever it was that you were doing a little while ago. Although that was quite funny.
If it was Thaldor screaming, "Do you know where the toilet is?"
Oh,
is
yeah,
is
right. I
your
did do
friend
that.
okay, by the way? He seems to be a little concerned with the toilet.
I think that's just academics.
Academics.
Hmm?
I've met quite a few. Most of them know where the toilet is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was the phrase I was using.
That's what that was? I thought you just had something in your throat.
No, I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say.
Pip just touches herself briefly with the lay on hands. And
Did you just say that
Yeah,
Albert
just
has dementia?
phrase it
That would
exactly
explain
like that.
A lot of
Yep.
my role playing of him.
And was the fireball, was that part of the plan? Or... Because I regret to inform you that a lot of the people down here are fireproof.
I hope not.
Oh,
I hope that was
no,
not part of our plan.
You might need to explain that one.
Right. I thought that was a G, and instead that was an F.
Giable?
So you can neither speak nor read. The situation?
I think it's the writing. I can't read that.
Wait, well, you read this. What does it say to you?
Didn't you write it?
Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Shit.
What?
Okay, to explain. I had most of these potions prepared, and then I had an assistant, because they gave us that in the training. Remember that one of those people that would follow us around, tell us where we were supposed to go for our next individualized training for this mine. He was sort of like a lab assistant, except he wasn't exactly very good. So I told him, I'm going to put numbers on these. You have to match the number with the name of what it does. Apparently, he might have gotten some of them wrong. But that's okay. Only about 10 of these explode. So
Wait, you say some
most of the time, people should be just fine. There's a slight risk of petrification, but very minimal.
Perhaps don't throw those in an area where your friends are standing. You know which ones explode.
Yeah,
I'm
friends
sure it'll
shouldn't
be
hurt
fine.
friends.
But yes, I shall have stern words with Jimmy when I get back.
I'm not entirely sure it is Jenny's fault. If you had the time to write numbers on the bottles, shouldn't you have just written what they were?
No, because numbers are quicker.
I like you, you're funny.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can list off the.
Oh, so you
Lots and
can't
lots of
read
numbers.
and you can't write, but you can count.
Did it not tip you off when you were concerned about whether it was a G or an F?
That was a little bit concerning, I would admit.
So, I have a question. You said that you've come down here. It's quite unusual for a comedy troupe to travel all the way down to the down below. Is there a particular reason that you came down here?
Just, it seemed the right time, given the political circumstances.
Oh, yes, that. I've heard of that.
Pip's gonna turn to Faldor and say in Draconic, I really didn't expect anyone not to understand who we were upon sight. I guess you were right about being able to hide.
Dag does not clock on that you're speaking Draconic.
Well, I'm not too good with comedy, but I can sing and entertain in other ways, so I would be very honored to join your guild.
And if you help us with the language, then maybe we can help you get up.
Yes, that sounds like an agreeable option. I don't have to do another contract. Why?
I don't like contracts either.
This might be one of the very few opportunities you get to, make an agreement on good faith down here.
Yeah.
First one in a while.
Yeah, it's just about everything is contracts, and it can be a little restrictive.
Let's have a chat when we're off this wagon somewhere in private, because
I understand some things can only really happen in private. Well, until then, she will jump back into the cart and continue to play the flute.
Okay. So yeah, it's another sort of several hours worth of journey. Kind of keeps going. They sort of every couple of hours they stop and water the horses and then get them back up and going again. And it's coming to evening. The suns are going down as you arrive at the kind of large compound that is the Zeth Palace. And you're kind of directed inn, and there are, there is one large, as was when you came the first time. There is this large, this tent outside of the main compound that is clearly a shop that has kind of things to buy and sell outside. There is the tea house and the bathhouse inside, but you are greeted by I've forgotten his name. You're greeted by your contact. This is what happens when I try and reorganize my entire craft space. In 2 weeks, I lose all of my notebooks because I put them in a pile somewhere. They're all in a pile somewhere in this room. You kind of he comes up to you and clearly he's this time walking with a stick, kind of a slight limp in his step. You have returned, I see, and you have brought a wagon load. Wonderful. You have done well. Do you wish to come inside and have a drink?
Yeah. We have got some. We picked up some extra supplies. I suppose we might need to get rid of at some point as well.
Well, the little goods shop just outside the walls is we have a good working relationship with them, and you are welcome to utilize them. What kind of supplies do you?
The kind that we would pick up on the way.
Oh, the fell off the back of a military wagon, perhaps. Yes.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Yes, they would go best in that shop. There will be no questions asked of you.
Good to hear it.
But we didn't get them off a wagon. They came off bodies.
They would have come off a wagon initially when they got delivered, and then they would have been put on the bodies, and then we got them off the bodies.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that.
Kind of leads you through into the tea house. I see you seem to have gained a member of your little troop.
Quite possibly.
Are you allowed to follow them in?
Yeah.
Sure. Alright, she's just there.
He just kind of waves you all in and kind of puts you at that little secluded spot in the tea rooms.
Right.
Shall I leave you be for a little while I go and inspect the wagons, or would you prefer my attention now?
I think leave it be for a bit, but
As you wish.
thanks.
Kind of steps back, and there's kind of a slight curtain that's kind of pulled down between you as the waiter comes in, puts quite an elegant looking teapot and a set of 6 cups down in front of you, 5, and steps back out.
Right. Well, before we really go anywhere with this, I've been leaning on this. I'm personally of the opinion we could certainly use someone with your expertise, particularly given you've been down here a while. You know the language. I only know one of the languages. That's not really the main one down here at this point. I didn't know I knew that. But at any rate, what's everyone else feeling? We have obviously got secrets. I don't want to go divulging those without everyone else's approval first.
I think we're not going to get very far without someone with a little bit more local knowledge, such as knowing the language. And it's better to have someone from the middle rather than risk someone who might be was more likely to be an agent of the Darkling Queen.
I mean, I am working on that. I'm just waiting on an ear.
Pip is looking quite confused.
I don't. No offense to that, but your track record on potions lately is not inspiring confidence.
Hey, my potions work perfectly. Jimmy just messed up the labeling.
Yeah.
In fairness, they are quite effective. I can vouch for the efficacy myself. Although I would prefer not to have that particular potion used on me.
Well, I'm sure it would be helpful having multiple. I think it's not just a language issue. Although I suppose any other there might be other things other than what we already asked Oscar. Doug, any?
Yeah. Dag's just glazed over at this point.
Right.
He's just like,
Yep,
he saw something shiny and he's just like, yeah.
Well, seems to have agreed. Well, okay. So, what do you know about the whole situation down here with the Darkling Queen and potential attacks on the middle?
So you would know that. So you know the Darkling Queen is kind of the leader of all of the domains of the Below. She rules the deepest domain and has done for longer than anyone can really remember. She's been in her position for a very long time, and you wouldn't have noticed when you first arrived. But around the time that you arrived, she started building up armies with this plan of assaulting the middle. So for quite a long time, she's kind of been building up this army. It's only in the last few months, maybe year or so, that army has kind of taken up a position on this domain. You'd kind of heard of rumours of there being attacks that went upwards, because that's kind of something that you would have paid attention to, because you want to get back home. But you'd never quite figured out an inn, and also they're not very nice people, so it's kind of difficult to really kind of get that kind of inn, get that kind of get anything moving in that way. But you kind of know something bad is going on with regards to her, and it's made a lot of people put a lot of people's noses out of joint is a big thing that you know about.
Well, I know that the Darkling Queen has been amassing an army and sending it upwards. She seems to be causing a lot of trouble. People aren't too sure how to feel about it down here. Some people happy about it, but most people not so much. Are you down here? Is your comedy troupe down here for that purpose?
Yeah, that would be why we're going down, as opposed to back up again. How do you personally feel? Not just people. I mean, we're looking at an attack on the middle. Your initial home.
I'm not thrilled about it. That's where all the people I care about are. I just don't know what sort of... I've had no way of knowing what sort of a defense the middle has, whether they are aware of what's going on and whether they're defeating her, or what the situation is, actually. I'm assuming it's Not going well.
I mean, it's early days. The attacks have been fairly light so far, but they might amp up. And well, we're down here to figure things out, scout it out a bit,
Oh,
potentially try and stop these attacks if we can. But otherwise, we're here to almost map out a route which an army could take.
so you've come to go against the Darkling Queen.
Yes.
I would imagine they'd. Five. Is there a reason why they haven't sent more people?
Well, we're scouting it out. If they sent a large number of people, it would be very obvious, and we would have no idea what was going on. We would have no intelligence down here. It would surely end in disaster.
Also, they thought us more expendable. At least that's my headcanon.
It's easier to pave the way in front of an army if you've mapped out the route first.
Okay. But it's so it's just scouting. It's a reconnaissance sort of thing. You're not actually going to fight Darkling Queen and her army, right?
Not on a large scale, no.
Okay, good. Because they sound like something we'd be coming back from.
As you're kind of sitting in silence, as you've kind of agreed to, travel together, my team's just crashed. I'm very sorry, everyone. My team's just completely crashed. Let's join.
Wait,
Taldor,
are we-
your name.
Oh, right, yes. I'm Valdor. Sorry.
Sorry. So
Just trying to figure out ways of
Just-
sorting
just-
out that.
just so you know, we did. I disconnected.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I was gonna-
For a
yeah.
minute.
I actually don't know what happened there, but I did disconnect for a couple of seconds, so I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
The last
Yeah.
thing I remember hearing was I think you kind of gone, yep, it's only a small team, we're going together. Yes. That much had been agreed. I suppose it turned into let's introduce each other because it just gone silent. So I was like, okay, let's start to introduce Kat. But then I realised the reason it got silent wasn't because you guys had stopped talking. It was because my teams had crashed. So I may need to move some things around quickly. But yeah, very sorry about that.
It's okay. For a second, I thought I was the one who crashed, but then I could still hear people talking. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just
I could
lagging.
see at the bottom. That was what was cluing
Yeah.
into the fact that there were still other people moving, because I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know if it was me, but
Let me just quickly fix those of you that had gone wrong. There we go. But yes, introduce yourselves. So I
Do
think
you want us to
my-
do that again?
my
that would be
introduction-
ideal.
Okay. I'm Zinala, by the way. I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
I'm Rickel. Pleased to meet you.
And
I'm
Brett.
Dag.
Penelope Merrybrook, or Pip. Pip is much easier to say,
And
especially in battle.
Taldor.
Thaldor, you'd just been introducing yourself as I came back into the call.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thaldor.
I'm Thaldor. I saw this as an opportunity to come down here to study people in the lower planes. And I'm also technically supposed to be spying on everybody, but that's more of a secondary objective for me. So, oh yes, and I also make potions. But I need to stop outsourcing some of my processes. Yes.
But anyway,
Very nice to meet you all. I think we're going to have a wonderful time together. You seem like you have a lot of fun.
depends on your idea of fun. This
From
is
what I've seen, it does seem like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Fighting is fun.
So long as I stand back, maybe about 50 feet at all times.
we are all hoping to get this done and then leave, get back to the middle afterwards.
The leaving part is the part I'm looking forward to. It's been quite a long time down here, and I'm worried I've been dead for a while. I have some people who very much would be interested in live, I think. So,
Do you have any idea, like any rough idea how long you've been down here?
Cade?
Sorry, Space.
Do I have any idea?
You would know the year that you left, which, I'm trying to remember what I think it would have been I think it would have been 1340-ish, which, for the rest of you, after the Gods' War, there was like a whole new dating system was brought in that was basically after the Gods' War. So to you, that probably would have been about 110, 115 years ago. So if Z says, 1342, it's been like 115 years since then.
Say that then.
Yeah, okay. So, 100 or so. Do
In
you
a little while.
do you feel like you've been down here like 100 or so years?
I'm sorry, 100 years?
Are you sure that's right? I'm counting on my claws. I can't.
You only have 8 of those.
It's two different systems as well, so it's not.
They changed the dates.
I had no idea. I knew that it had been a while, but not 100. Oh dear.
Hmm.
Oh no. Yeah, I have to get back. I guess.
I'd like to confirm something if possible. We might need to go to an even more private location.
Just realized the guard I left behind died now. She was human.
It's possible that time might not pass the same here.
Which would not be great.
Well, we haven't really tried that mirror yet, have we?
No, that's what I'm suggesting. But we probably shouldn't do that even in a secluded corner. We should be absolutely certain we're alone.
True.
Shall we go?
As you're getting ready to kind of leave, your friend returns, kind of pokes his head through. I do hope that I am not coming in an inopportune moment. But I have a potential ally for you all. See, you are not
Okay.
opposed to the idea of others joining your number.
Mhm.
And at the very least, while you are in this domain, perhaps you will decide to. This is one of my distant cousins. I would like to introduce you to. And he takes a step back and, ducking through the curtains, Kat, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lil. Who are you guys?
We have discussed Lilith. These are the people who have helped us. We discussed this. Yes, we
Hi,
we
Lil.
have.
Oh no, these are guys from the upside.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Lilith is very useful in many situations. Less so in the bathhouse. So perhaps she will find her use with all of you.
What kind of skill set are we talking here?
She is extremely powerful with magics.
Oh, another magic user. How lovely.
What kind?
Just what I picked up.
Is it the explodey kind, or
Pardon?
does any of it explode, or is it offensive or defensive magic, dear?
I mean, a lot of it explodes. Do you want to see some explosions?
No, not
Preferably
in the
not
tea house
now.
again. Not in the tea house again. Please, not in the tea house again. Please. Just, we believe that much of Lilith's power comes from an inherent inner volcano. It's very useful to adventuring sorts.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to give a quick description of what you look like, Lilith?
Yes, I have wings. I have a big long tail. I'm purple.
More tiefling, not Barney the dinosaur.
Yes.
Tiefling.
No,
Tiefling.
No, Barney doesn't have wings, so.
No, this is true.
Well, I'm kind of purpley too, so we can match.
Are you fully aware of what you'd be getting into here?
Getting into, I get into a lot of things. A lot of things I get into, people tell me I shouldn't get into them, so it will be fine.
They are aware of the background to the issue. They are aware of what you, as a concept, seek to do. If perhaps not the details, as I am not privy to many of those details.
You were fine with having a family member of yours associated with what we're doing down here, in that sense.
I do not believe that their association would do any more damage than any of their other acts have done thus far.
That must be a really good reputation. If nothing you can do can, make it worse.
They are extremely talented and extremely capable and very charming when it comes down to it. But their skill set does not match what we do here. He kind of looks up, and there are some like slight scorch marks on the ceiling of the tea house. Sort of sighs. I did, as I was approaching, I did hear that you were interested in somewhere more private.
Ah, yes.
I will promise I did not hear any further than that, but I have my private...
Sorry about that, my headphones are totally cut out and I couldn't hear anything.
It's okay. I think your cousin was mostly talking about you and not to you. I will set you aside in my private office if you feel comfortable.
That might be useful, actually, yeah. I think on this occasion, a contract might be helpful.
We do. I did prepare such a thing.
Right.
He kind of lays it down, and it's a fairly... It's not the boilerplate that you've seen. It's a little bit more complex than that. And it sort of it dictates that your contact is giving you the sole contract of work with Lilth for the time that you are within this domain, with an option to expand and continue the contract past your time in this domain, and that there is like a number of like cancellation like clauses of like if Lilth blows you up, if you blow Lilth up, if you abandon Lilth somewhere, if Lilth suddenly turns into a potted plant, what you should do in that situation. I think I might be wrong, as I was trying to remember what kind of sorcerer you are.
Shadow.
So it's not the will suddenly turn into
No.
a potted plant, but still sort of like it has the kind of these sort of little clauses of like it is very thorough. It covers most situations, but it kind of it covers that there is a confidentiality clause. It goes both ways, so things that Lilith tells you in confidence you should not share elsewhere. And it dictates that Lilith shall have an equal share of the proceeds of whatever you do, as long as Lilith is an equal participant of whatever it is that you do. Just sort of a kind of... It covers everything.
Yep.
To kind of just be like you do get a slight sense of, we don't know what to do with her. Maybe we don't just want to abandon her, and we don't think she's bad or anything, but she shouldn't be in a tea house. Like, this is not the life that she dreams of, or that we dream of with her in it. And that, she could do very well with you. It seems mutually beneficial, as opposed to please get her out. It's more, please show her the world.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, given the circumstances, given that this is, I don't see any holes in this contract. I think
Looks pretty solid.
Seems like an opportunity we can't pass up.
And hopefully it will provide some aid. Our family has allies throughout this land and even further deeper into the domains. So you may find her beneficial to keep around.
I'm sure we'll find some use for her.
Should we sign them?
Yeah, I think we should.
I would appreciate it if all of you that are taking on this
Yeah.
would sign it. It would
Yeah.
make me more comfortable myself.
Goes without saying.
We'll sign the document.
Yeah, as will Rickle.
Bye.
Dag will dip his claw in the inkwell and just like draw an X.
I will note that you are no longer Seb. You no longer have the fewest hit points of anyone in the party.
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So you know that there's another couple of days before the shipment of weapons will be coming through.
Mhm.
You have kind of free range of the area. So, what would you like to do?
Anyone? Let's go to that private office. We're gonna use
Yeah.
the mirror, I think.
So yeah, you are sort of escorted through the building, and kind of up a couple of flights of stairs to a very nice, like it's not opulent, it's nicely comfortably furnished, and it does have like wide open, like glass paneless windows that are just kind of open to the outside, but have these shimmering curtains over them. And it's comfortable. It's a comfortable temperature. It's a nice space to be in. And he kind of bows towards. I shall leave you to it. Come down whenever you feel ready. I do not need the office today.
Thank you. Pip is going to wait until he's left and the door is closed, and then sort of carefully sort of take off a pack and start rooting for it. And then is going to pull out, after sort of moving away some files of some stuff, he's going to pull out a mirror.
Yep.
Because hiding it with the holy water seems like the best way to make sure that someone... Just, a little bit of a trap.
Keep all of the contraband in one place.
That as well, yeah.
Okay.
So, who wants to do the honours?
What's the word again?
Does anyone remember? It's in my notebooks. It's somewhere in the flat.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the smartest of them all?
Is it Shazam?
It was basically like a safe word. It was a word that
Yeah.
you wouldn't normally say in like everyday life. I can't remember it either. So
Panini.
I wasn't here, so...
no, I will just you remember the word and say it. 'Cause
Panini.
otherwise,
It's not
Um,
Panini.
Let's say it's panini.
after a minute or so, the mirror kind of shimmers and you see the face of the Admiral kind of shining through the mirror, Cat, and she kind of looks up. You seem to be alive, which is a good start.
Thought it was time for a check-in.
It's appreciated. We were getting a little worried, but we didn't want to put you in an uncomfortable position by calling first.
How long
Makes
have we been
sense.
gone?
About a week, maybe a little longer.
That checks out with us, I think. Yeah.
I think we'd found there isn't too much difference in the passage of time in the two, at least the nearest domain. We have very little information past the. I think the second domain is the furthest we've gotten, and that was. It seemed fairly close. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, we've picked up a couple of extra people. One of whom has been missing from the middle for about over 100 years.
That is intriguing. Are they human? What are they? Kind of peering through the mirror to see Z.
That's a bit rude.
Definitely not human. I'm Drow.
Yes. We had heard rumours of the possibility that people's lives could be extended if they spend too long in the below. They start to take on some of the trappings of the creatures and beings that live in the below, and their lives become longer. But we weren't sure about how likely that was.
Well, I was wondering about the potential time difference, because Z here doesn't seem to think that 100 years has passed.
It is. It could be that we haven't had a huge amount of research done on the length of time that someone spent. Most of the evidence that we've received has been around very short-term journeys and the likes. It'd be very interesting to meet the Z when you are done and return, and to investigate it more thoroughly.
At any rate, I think we got information. At least to start with. I don't suppose you got any questions, or we can just give a general brief.
Does it seem like her army is ready to attack?
Not from what we've seen so far, but it looks like they are preparing.
They have a staging ground in this realm. Not necessarily.
Supplies.
Yeah, that as well.
Well, at least it's
They're
not.
not particularly. Oh, go on.
At least it isn't instant. We were worrying that it was going to be much sooner than we were prepared for.
We are hoping to set them back a fair bit as well. There's they've got a shipment of rather significant weapons and armor going through at some point. If we intercept it, it'll set them back by, I think it was at least somewhere in the region of at least a month, right?
Well, that is certainly something that would be useful. Is there anything else that you would like to report on?
There appears to be some level of discontent against the Darkling Queen's plans. We've made contact with a group of nobles one noble house, in fact one of their members is right here, has joined us, but they appear to be interested in overthrowing the Darkling Queen, or at the very least removing her influence from this realm. So it's possible as we continue to move deeper, we still might find allies.
It's encouraging, to say the least. is there anything that we might be able to do? Is there anything we could send through in the short term for you? Could be of use?
Well, there's nothing that I need, but make sure that Jimmy does not get his holiday bonus.
Understood.
Well,
If
would it be entirely out of line if I ask for you to send word?
Oh, right. Yes, we also we found somebody, and they want to go back.
We already went
So
over.
we've worked out that they'll help us in the short term, and then they can go back.
Of course. If you give me their names and the information, then I will see what I can do.
You will relay the information of where to send.
I will.
No, she lives.
I will find people to aid you as soon as I can.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I don't. Is there anything else that you want to discuss?
Not. I don't think there's any worth doing it sort of in character, but there probably would be a bit of discussion of like potential supply lines, things like that that we were looking at. Basically,
The more technical aspects.
Yeah.
Mentioning the contacts we've made,
Yeah.
and, you know, where they can be found, and
Yeah.
because that's.
Because that will take that will be long and boring. We can fast forward through that, and I think that is going to be where we take our break this week, if everyone is okay with that. So we will be back in about 20 minutes, and hopefully more fun will ensue. If this decides to work. Okay. See you all soon. So, we return. Apologies for the slight delay. I had to put everyone back in their boxes. This is
Please let me
You can't put me in a box.
It's the slight downside of having shifted from Teams to Zoom is that I have to move the video boxes around as opposed to being able to just drag and drop people's actual video on the background. You've had your conversation. You've filled in all of the details. You have done what you need to do. Now you know there's a couple of days before you have to go and hit the caravan for the weapons. So what do you want to do? Do you want to just spend the next couple of days kind of chilling out, or do you want to go and see what you can do?
Pip is not vetoing the option of spending the time in the bathhouse.
Yeah, I think
To,
that's,
you know,
Well, Z's been working in the bathhouse for the past question mark amount of years, so she would like to be doing other things, I think.
I mean, you wouldn't be working in the bathhouse.
I thought it was, Kate.
No, but I mean,
so this would
I
be
mean
this
now.
would literally just you wouldn't be working in the bathhouse right now. This would be like
Oh, no.
genuinely just.
Oh no, I mean,
Extreme-
she just doesn't want to be there. She's always there, so she wants
Yeah,
to be
that's-
elsewhere.
that is fair.
So I've got a bunch of mushroom beer. And I suppose I could do what I did in the last town, which is trade it for stories for my guide to the below.
You could, and you have some things to sell.
I thought you were going to try and find your ear with it. That was
Oh, right, yes. I'm gonna try and find an ear so I can start working on that amulet.
Why didn't you get one of the ears from the perfectly
Yeah.
good bodies that we had in?
Oh, right, yeah, I probably would have collected one from there.
I will permit you to actually make me a survival check to see whether you were actually able to remove an ear. So just to keep everyone in the loop, Thaldor would like to create an amulet that translates only infernal or abyssal. Is infernal, isn't it?
Infernal, yeah.
It only translates infernal. And it isn't like just like a tongues amulet. So that he can understand and speak and read and write it, I presume. And he has decided that for this he's got a dictionary
Yeah.
of infernal to abyssal. That's what you asked
No,
for.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a bog standard dictionary, so it's just got the lexicon in it without translating it to another language.
Okay, yeah, you've got just an infernal dictionary.
Yes.
And now you need some infernal ears. I will say, yeah, with a 17, you're able to get an ear or two.
and tongue and eyes as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you were able to scavenge, collect, scrounge up the
Hide in the bush while we weren't looking.
you were
It's gonna
able
be
to,
really disturbing if anyone finds those corpses.
Yikes.
yeah. Hopefully the automatic corpse disposal service will come through first. They don't care about bodies missing a few bits. So yeah, you have components. You have some
Yes.
some
I do.
soggy components for your amulet.
Mhm. Okay, so what else would I need?
While you're thinking of that, who wants to go and try and sell the items?
Sure.
Probably
So
go
Yep.
as well and try and enlist Dag to help carry them.
Oh, Dad can carry. He can't convince, but he can carry.
C will tag along because A, it's not the bathhouse, and B, because she loves to haggle.
I love the idea of like all of the charisma casters plus their pack horse.
Pretty much.
Pip is also carrying some stuff as well, but
Yeah.
Dag is much better at carrying stuff than Pip is, so you know.
Yep. He is just the muscle.
So you have now. I have to do maths. I hate it when you make me do maths.
Well, you don't have to do maths. You can just give us 1,000 gold.
Give us some
give us
food.
1,000 gold.
So
we don't
money
have gold.
doesn't really exist.
Oh.
Although, alright, I'm bringing up. I love the fact that I can, like, we live in the modern age. I can just bring up a calculator, so I can figure out what the written as rule, like the rules as written cost, and then I can like figure out
20% is usually like that.
So do you think you made it easier or more difficult that you didn't make a standardized currency system in Hell?
I decline to answer pursuant to my Fifth Amendment rights.
You don't have those.
I know
You
I
don't have
don't.
those.
I've been watching a lot of. I've been watching a lot of American Law and Order tellies.
Like, wait a second.
My rights, not yours.
So I'm gonna do 25 times. Okay. You're selling the arrows as well? The splendid arrows. Okay. So you go into this tent, and there is this deep purple skinned tiefling with a tail that has so many like bands of jewelry around it that it basically is stuck to the floor, and has these very dramatically curled horns that have again like rings and rings and rings of golden jewelry around them. Welcome. How may I assist you all?
Well, we've got some gear we're looking to trade.
What are you looking to trade it for, might I ask?
Cool
Well, I mean,
stuff.
yeah. What kind of things do you stock? I suppose the main thing here is most of the stuff that we're looking to trade is it's good quality stuff, but it's not things that our group can really use.
Well, we have an assortment. We have some magical items you may find useful. We have some potions. We have some very good quality weapons, armor. We can always trade in, depending on how much it is, we could always trade in coin.
Shall we put what we've got on the table?
That would be ideal.
Seem to have frozen on your stream.
Yes, I'm trying to figure that out.
Some of us are in worse poses than others.
Well, like, for some reason, to me, Claire is still moving and everyone else is
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, same here.
Jason paused a bit.
Yeah. I look like I'm about to sneeze.
Or about to say something very cross.
Hey.
Or replacing them with happy versions of ourselves.
Okay, I think just like turning you all off and on again worked.
It always works.
So there we go. What interests you the most?
Are all of your
Those-
potions labeled?
Yes, of course they are. What kind of lunatic would do something other than label all of their potions?
Well, Taldor's potions are also labelled, but they're just labelled wrong.
Do you
Oh.
write the
it
labels
is-
yourself?
It is a promise on my life that all of our potions are labeled correctly.
See, I never promised on my life that they were correct. I just promised that they work well.
I just
Do you
thought
wish
I'd
to
clarify.
trade this one? Because unfortunately it would be a very low price if you want to trade this one.
Oh. That's regrettable. What sort of potions do you have on offer?
We have all sorts. We have healing. We have some resistances. We have some interesting specialist potions that is a little harder to get your hands on. What might you be interested in?
Do you have anything that might be able to dispel a magical fog? Or
Dispel a magical fog.
quite specific, I know.
I believe I may actually. Kind of goes and brings out a fan. This fan kind of flicks it open, and it is a very delicately designed. It looks like it's made out of incredibly thin paper, but has kind of gold and turquoise running through it. This will allow you to bring forth a great wind. You know the spell Gust, yes? Such as this. It will allow you to do it. Well, we have the simplest. It will allow you to do it once a day, but we are able to make them a little bit more complex and allow you to do it more than once a day, if you should need such a thing.
I don't think we're going to need it more than once a day. It's just a thought.
I was just thinking, some health, some healing might be a good thing to try to acquire. It doesn't seem like many of us are too good at that. That was just my thinking.
Actually, I think
I can heal, actually.
yeah, half the party's got healing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you, Pip, Daldor.
Just dumped all her healing into herself. Actually, no, she healed. I think she might have. No, she healed someone else last time. You healed Douglas before, but yeah, this time she just had to heal herself because she kept getting hit.
Health potions are helpful though, and probably something that would retain value fairly consistently, regardless of where they were. So, yeah, I think it's about figuring out how much we have to barter with here.
Yeah, health potions can be quite expensive.
We're after the fan because of something similar that would potentially be able to help us deal with us. So
Well, by all means, if you have a specific thing in mind, then yeah, I just throwing it out there. So
show me what you have. Lay it all out. Kind
Yep.
of rolls out this blanket.
Okay, so we'll put it's the arrow, so the 20 arrows, the 2 longbows, the 2 scale mails, the 3 scimitars, that's... Yeah. I guess I could throw the, I'll keep the gems on
Okay.
reserve, because obviously we can...
I would be able to trade direct if you are wanting the fan. I would take all of this in trade.
All that just for a little fan.
This is a complex, enchanted magical item.
It doesn't look very complex. You
said
like
you could make it
flap
more
and
complex.
it makes a gust, and that's kind of what fans do.
Dag, do you want to make the persuasion roll? Just like
Nope.
to point out that
Nope.
Dag is the one that is
Yeah.
convincing her to haggle a lower. When you have all of the rest of your
yeah.
charisma people all around.
I don't know. It sounds like he's got it.
Dag, I
Michael
will
does
allow you
want
to
it.
roll with advantage.
Wait, I'm not there, am I?
This is not going to go well.
Oh no.
I'm currently making the amulet, so I can't. Never mind. That's what
Well, I mean,
I was gonna try to haggle, but I want to see how this works. Ah, lovely.
You do not appear to be of the type to understand the complexity of such magical items. Perhaps I should deal with one of your compatriots instead.
I think you just don't understand how fans work.
I believe what my friend was trying to say was, well, this fan does seem to be very well made and valuable. We do have quite a lot here on the table. Is there nothing else that we could get in addition? Just as maybe just a small trinket.
I'd suggest taking another look at the arrows and throwing in a couple of healing potions.
Okay. With that, I will let you make another persuasion roll Z, but just a flat roll without advantage. That was a nat 1.
Oh my. So like a 12 then?
At
Yeah.
this point, can I walk into the shop? And I'll be at the back changing the labels on bottles.
Oh no!
Oh no. As you walk in, the person in the shop kind of looks up and says, No, you are not allowed in here again. Not after last time. You know you
Come
are
on,
not.
Auntie!
No.
Can't I?
You made me sell one of my most expensive potions for pennies. You are not allowed in. Go. You can pout. What?
Walk out again then.
Distracted her enough that if someone wants to have another go at convincing her, that girl will be the death of me.
I mean, the sooner we sort this, I guess, the sooner we'll leave. I mean, she's with us, so...
You are taking. Oh.
Yes, we're taking her away.
Oh,
so.
well, you wanted the fan and a couple of healing potions?
Yeah.
Yes, that is perfectly reasonable. Yes. This is acceptable. We'll take all of the stuff. Oh, hello, sir. Lilf didn't even need to roll to help out.
Perfect.
Thanks for the assist. 'cause
so,
that
yes.
Nat 1 was painful.
I just saw it rolling up, and then I went, oh, that's a Nat 1. There's so many Nat 1s in this scenario. A Booker.
I think it's funny that even with a Nat 1, I rolled better. than
Yeah.
Jack.
You rolled a 12?
Yeah, because I have a plus 11 to persuasion.
I'm being harassed by a large cat now. So let me pop it in your... Let me delete things from the party sheet. Booker, do you have to? He's just loafed on the whole... Like, he's fully just, like, loafed.
Oh.
But he's between me and the keyboard.
No.
He's just like, I will back up underneath my armpit. Now you're just whacking me in the ear. Okay. This is just what my life is now. And I want to go into items. What?
I believe you got a couple of healing potions out of that. I thought they were quite expensive.
Depends which kind of healing potion you go for, but yeah. I think the stuff we've got there is at least reasonably priced because armor is generally on the more expensive side.
Yeah.
And the arrows were +1s.
Oh.
So overall, you got around, probably around 600 to 700 gold worth of stuff, and the fan is like a mid to upper tier uncommon. So you weren't getting the worst deal with the original offer.
Yep.
It was a reasonably fair deal. And you would have had to roll quite high had it not been for Lilth coming in and being like, I'm going to be a chaos gremlin. So, book, please.
Yeah, I think we've got a roughly equivalent deal out of that from
Yeah.
just figure in the air.
So, yeah.
Now,
But-
I wonder if we can make just a career out of this. Just send Lilth into any area and then say, if you'd like her to leave, you will pay us money.
I don't think that would work anywhere other than here.
Well, I don't know. If we let her stay there long enough, I'm sure it would work in lots of places.
But they have to have a reason to put up with her.
Oh, that's true. They could just remove her angrily.
It certainly works here for the time that we are here.
So, you have your stuff. You've gotten rid of the heavy stuff. And the fan and the 2 healing potions are in your inventory, in the party inventory.
Nice.
And now a cat is in my inventory.
+1 cat.
No thoughts.
Got a single thought in that
Venom.
brain.
So, is there a way to just like poll the city, see if anyone needs help with any kind of like quests, anything?
There are often notice boards, and Lilth, you'll know of the notice board. You're not allowed to touch the notice board, but you know where the notice board is.
I just thought it might be interesting to see if there's anything quick and easy to do.
Worth a look. We've done things like that.
Someone may just need delivering another book.
Don't sit on the...
Does anyone need a cat to be rescued from a tree?
Someone needs to send a cat
You-
back to Cyprus.
Be rescued from a cat.
From a cat, yeah.
Heading over to the notice board. There are a few kind of like little sort of bitty jobs that look kind of boring, really. And then there's one that seems like it was put up quite recently. That says the Kirazeth. Okay, hello. He's now just headbutting my hand every time I stop scratching his head, so I've got to keep scratching his head. So the Kirazeth Oasis, which is Z and Lilth, the two of you know the Kirazeth Oasis. Kirazeth is one of the sort of minor houses, one of the more minor formal houses of this domain, and they have sort of a tent-based tea house and shop over at Oasis, which is probably only like an hour or so's walk away, and they have been overrun by imps, and they are in need of... What are you looking at? They've been overrun by imps, and they are in need of some people to come and fix their issue, and get rid of the imps for them.
Seems like something that we could do.
Yeah.
It does seem like an interesting way to pass the time.
It is at this point probably kind of coming into later evening. Like it's all pretty much nighttime at this point. What?
So we probably don't want to do this right now, but we could set off in the morning.
Yeah. Imps can't be that tough.
And you get set up in your own, like you're offered your own little tent. Lilth, you already have your own room, but you're welcome to share with the others. You're set up with a little tent and enough space to pitch your own if you want to do that. What?
I mean, why stop the thing now? I actually don't think. I don't think Pip actually has intentions of putting a blanket down to sleep on the floor.
Like, yeah,
Which explains why she's had such bad night's sleep.
You were probably given a tent
Yeah.
Yes.
where we were as part of the sort of supplies we set off with, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if Z has a tent. I think she was staying at the bathhouse until now.
Yeah.
So I think she's homeless.
Well, it's like it's a big enough tent for everyone to sleep in if they want to.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a big like family style tent.
Is it big enough for a horse?
No, but they do offer a space in the stables, as is more common for horses.
Although horses aren't common here.
They are. They're not
Yeah.
in the way that you know them as horses. So they're more the ones that were pulling the wagon.
Mhm.
They seemed a lot leaner than a lot of the horses you've seen. Sort of not quite camels, but more camel-like than horses.
Makes
This is where I wish I was an artist, because while I'm quite good with words, I'm also very bad at visually descripting something. So being able to just go from this is what the horses look like would be really neat. But yeah, they're horses, but they're very lean, and they have longer legs, and sort of a slight hump, but not a proper hump, and they don't spit. But yeah.
Right.
I've got cat hair up my nose. Booker. It's
Devil will go
Will
in
be
the stable.
her room.
I've got cat hair up my nose, Booker. It's just gave me a look like, and it's not my problem. So, so yeah, you're able to get a good night's rest. Let me long rest you.
Do we know who's gonna get the potions? Are we just gonna...
Oh yeah, you didn't really decide who gets those. You can argue it over. Also, Lilth doesn't appear to have an image. Just for...
Please, I don't need some half-rate potions that I didn't make.
I
I'll
think
trust my own.
it's better not to get them confused as well.
Yeah.
I'd recommend Dad keep them.
Yeah, I feel like
That's a
the
good
person
call.
who's most likely to get hit probably should have.
So looking over the fan, were they badly ripped off?
No.
Okay, yeah.
It's
What did you pay for these?
We didn't exactly pay, we just traded.
It was a bartering thing. So we bartered it was
2 suits of scale mail, 3 scimitars, 2 longbows, and a quiver full of +1 arrows. And you're-
yeah.
That seems fair enough.
I think we did quite well.
Question is whether it does actually work at all on the type of magic that the fog causes is caused by.
I
So-
hope so.
I hope so too.
If not, I mean, it might be useful anyway. It's a once a day gust of wind. Seems like the kind of thing that might be worth just having.
So this fog, what exactly does it do?
It's a creature. It's the creature that's the trouble, not necessarily the fog.
Don't sit on the keyboard.
There's a creature in the fog?
Yeah, Thaldor's the only one that's actually seen it. Because he used some magic to see it. Use a potion or something.
So it's an invisible creature.
Well, it's in
Oh,
the fog.
dear.
It's in the fog, so you
Right.
can't. And if it attacks you, you forget things.
Oh my. Oh, the
Not
nurse will
really the
come
sort
in.
of thing you want to be encountering.
Yeah,
Right.
Apparently
particularly while you can't see it.
Apparently, it's a
stay-
denizen of lower realms or
Does
something.
it stay in a specific area, or does it roam around?
But it was hunting us before.
Yeah,
Hunt? Oh my.
this one's just actively after us, so it will show up again.
I can see why you put that as a high priority. Getting the van.
Well, yeah,
Sounds quite
dealing with that
nasty.
fog.
It's some agent of one of the lower realms said it's. I can't remember which one, but we're informed that one of the rulers of the realms is the one that has command over it. More in the abyssal area rather than in the infernal. I don't know what it's doing up here, apart from apparently hunting us.
Do you think that might be a sign that at least some of her agents knew what you were here to do?
Yes,
Oh my.
at least I do.
doesn't-
Others believed it was a bounty hunter sent by this house, which doesn't seem, well, isn't true from what they've said.
Doesn't
Given
bode
it
well
hasn't
for your
reappeared.
secret mission if they know.
They might not know exactly what we're here to do, but they might well know that we are here. It's hard to hide.
I suppose you do somewhat stand out.
Pip is nodding slowly to that.
Well, nighty night. And Z will collapse and fall asleep. She sleeps like a log.
I'm covered in cat hair. I'm being harassed. Fully.
No.
I was just realizing quite how funny the concept. Like, so if I were to use Gust of Wind with my heavily spec'd out towards making things not be able to get close to me build.
Just blow them back and then, oh no, they can't come anywhere near me now.
But it's the combination of it blows them back if they start on the line, and every step, like every foot they move closer is 2 feet. It effectively halves the. So
A line. So this is the description of the spell Gust. Gust of Wind. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts forth from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration, which is a concentration up to 1 minute spell. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving close to you. The gust disperses gas or vapour and it extinguishes candles, torches and similar unprotected flames in the area. It causes protected flames, such as those of lanterns, to dance wildly and has a 50% chance to extinguish them. As a bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction in which the line blasts from you. So you can just go...
Yep. So factor in
Pretty filthy on Rickle. That's
Just start
Very
knocking
much
people
so.
into the portable hole.
Yes.
Teamwork. That's how we do it.
And it is a spell I think you might be able to learn, Raquel, at some point.
Well, it's a 2nd level, so I would already be able to take it if I could, but I don't think I can.
What's your
I'll just look it up.
You're a fathomless.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Oh, right.
It's a fathomless spell.
Oh well. I mean, maybe we've,
I guess
maybe we didn't even need to get the. Well, I mean, it would be level up, wouldn't it? But yeah,
Well, if
that's
we
worth knowing.
freeze you up for another spell.
Book a
But yeah, there is also that warlock spells are.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to keep it for a whole level. Only to use it, like, in 2 fights. Booker, I love you with all my heart, but this is a problem.
It's more the warlocks get like their 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
The utility spells are a bit.
Right. But it wasn't a waste.
Yeah.
I'd also like to amend my previous statement and say does not fall asleep because it's my first time playing elves. Elves don't sleep. They meditate.
he could have appeared to have fallen asleep. Maybe that's
Been a long day.
She meditates face down.
I'm just being harassed. He won't move. I fully cannot reach the keyboard now, so please no one need me to use the keyboard.
Inside check.
I can do things with my mouse. If you need me to roll dice and things, I can do that. I just can't, like, type anything. And he will try and hit the mouse with his tail, apparently, as well.
I think we're done for the night.
So yeah, so I think I've long rested you on the thing, so you have had your long rest, and you should have gotten everything back that you should have gotten back. Bright and early, you want to head out to the Kirazeth Oasis, I presume.
Yep.
So it's not far away. A lot of this kind of area around here is where the different big houses have their kind of households. It's better than having them, it's the Kinarzeth, not the Kirazeth. This is what happens when I forget what things are actually called. I'm just loading it in now. You can see like it's a series of, there are 2 or 3 smaller tents and then 2 very large tents. You presume that's the main kind of shop and the tea house. And you can see like a couple of the tents seem to have big sort of cuts out of the side. It seems quite messy. Things have kind of been strewn around. And it is generally not ideal.
What is the image called again?
The image is called the Kinar, Kinar apostrophe Zeth Oasis.
There you go. Thank you.
All black for me.
I haven't put anyone on the map yet,
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
so
Did they fix that thing that was broken
Oh yeah.
last time?
I think so.
It did patch right after we closed the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah.
I ended up actually having an update. I opened up the game to let Kat finish up the character earlier, and then I went to open up my second instance for OBS, and it actually had an update already, so I had to close out of my main one. But okay, let's plonk map ghost down so that map ghost can be removed from the combat tracker. I still don't see you having a token for Lilith Cat.
I'm just putting one together now.
Okie doke. So I will plonk everyone on the map. It should hopefully update when you've put your actual token on. Have you got your horses around, isn't it?
I think for this time, because obviously it makes things easier, it doesn't really give any advantage being on the horse anyway. It just makes the horse a target and it'll die, and I don't like that. Even though it's completely fine, I'm going to leave the horse, drop off the horse as I sort of approach, and then walk in on them. Doesn't mean less mobility, but it also saves me having to try and move the horse around as much. Which is,
Booker. Okay, this is going to take a minute, because now I need to, I know what my monsters are. I can't reach the feckin' keyboard. Can I? Don't bite me! Sir? This is not helpful. I just need to show you what my life is right now. I need to reach my keyboard. Ow. Can I reach my keyboard, please? Ow.
No.
Ow, that's stuck in my hand. Can I reach? I just need to press one letter. Just can I reach my keyboard?
No.
Negotiate.
Brain tickles.
No.
to pay the tickle tax.
Yep.
Right. If I hold your paws. Okay. Baby, I love you, but please. Okay, are we moving now? There we go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am a terrible parent. Goodbye. There we go. Right.
It's cool that you can scroll in on the book on the table.
Ow. What?
It's a massive D in an hourglass. Sure.
Oh, yeah. It does have, actual lettering, if you...
Oh, wow.
It's very cool. You could also theoretically play within Dungeon Alchemist now, as they have tokens, and I could stream it to you all, but it's easier to just give you maps, because then you can move yourselves around. So I want... Apologies. I was going to try and set this up, and then there was the cat, so it was a bit of a problem. Right. Yes. So talk amongst yourselves as you're on your way. Are you making any plans of what you want to do?
So what are... I've not really encountered many imps before. Are they... I'm assuming they're not that much of a threat. Looking at Z and Lilith. Have you either of you encountered them in great numbers?
I'm afraid I've never really been very far out of the city, and there aren't many imps in the city.
I once saw one, but it was in Skeleton, and it was a museum.
Oh.
Probably wasn't that threatening in a museum.
Not really, no.
Hopefully, the imps are all skeletons by the time we reach them. That would certainly make the task a bit easier. Unless it was still
so
moving.
lucky. If it was the case, we probably wouldn't get anything for this job.
That is true.
Yeah.
Do you think they're like little imps, so you could just like stand on them? Or are they bigger than that?
Why on earth would you want to stand on them?
If they're flying, they'd be quite hard to stand on. You have to catch them first.
Yeah, I guess. And flies are really annoying too.
If they're not for a threat to post on the message board, then presumably they're at least somewhat, of size.
Although I suppose there's not a huge number of people who would willingly take on these sort of really combat-related requests.
That is possible, yes. Especially with if some of you have been drafted.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, however they are, it'll be quite an exciting day.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, what all have you guys been doing down here? Any interesting stories? Any interesting people you've met yet?
We did meet a brewer that was interesting. A little bit aggressive, though. I think Faldor's had the most... I believe Faldor's been asking quite a lot of questions about people's stories.
Oh, yes, alright. Let's see. There is Bargazest. He has... Currently, he lost a flock of dire sheep to a bunch of dretches. So that kind of sucks. Let's see. It's all surprisingly mundane down here. I mean, granted, most things have a lot more teeth than you would expect, but apart from that, it's a little bit disappointing, to be honest.
What sort of things were you expecting?
Oh, I don't know, like, things that boggle the mind, vast seas of gas and choke you within an instant. You know, what people tell you that the below is like.
There's plenty of time. We're only on the first level.
Yes, I suppose that's a good point.
Well, I'm personally relieved that there aren't those sorts of things on this level. sound ghastly.
Yes, but think about it.
Question.
That sort of location will shape a society in such a way that to make it radically different than the above.
Or radically dead.
And people live down here, don't they? So
Perhaps not around lakes full of deadly gas.
Well, if it's if it is a level like that, I'm sure people will live around it.
Perhaps.
All the whim of the architects, isn't it?
May not be anyone I'd care to meet.
So,
Don't speak so soon.
is set up now. So you approach from the south, and you can see that there are a number of different.
The wrong way around on the screen, by the way.
You are what?
I'm sat in Dag's place.
Yeah.
Don't. Why did this happen?
Musical chairs.
Right,
Let's
now
all
I've gotta
turn off
figure out-
our cameras and turn them back on.
No, it's only two people. I can. Right.
3. It's just a switch around.
Y'all switch around.
3 in the bed and the little one set up.
Got to figure out which one of you is which. There we go. Okay. Why are you still visible?
You mean that imp there? Now he's gone.
He shouldn't be visible, but for some reason he is.
He's back. He was gone for a while.
That's the
I
visibility
think,
spell.
I think he stepped into the shadow or something. I wonder
Okay.
if they had.
So, you know what I'm gonna do? Pip kept moving, so I said okay, and Pip did a dance. So you can see there are the one that is directly in front of you is one of the smaller residential ones. The one to the left in front of you is one of the bigger ones. You think is probably the shop, and then there is another two further in. What do you want to do? Do you want to try sneaking around? What do you want to do?
Doesn't seem to be much point sneaking.
Well, we want to make sure that the people who put the notice know we're here.
I don't know if the
Right.
people. I imagine the people who put the notice up are vacated from this area
Oh.
because it's overrun with imps.
Oh, I see.
You could shout out to let them know we're here, in case there is anyone.
Well,
To make sure they stay clear as well.
but the imps, how dangerous the imps are. Maybe we don't want them to know we're here.
Any ideas if we can negotiate with them?
Yeah, I don't even know if they're intelligent or not.
We could ask them.
Seems worth a shot.
Hi, imps. We're like here.
Probably someone who can
Yeah, they
speak
probably don't-
infernal. should
might be-
ask.
They might respond to Abyssal as well.
Okay, well,
You hear this hissing sound.
it's from any particular direction, or oh, from that direction.
As this creature pokes its head out, and is going to cast at you all.
Dag waves. Doesn't know what's going on.
God bless him. Precious boy.
And is going to cast Spike
He's got a
Growth
fireball.
in that area. So that spike growth is a 20-foot radius. Center point. Okay.
Oh dear.
Well,
He might have to go in the hole if he keeps this up.
Do not appear to be fine.
well, yeah, they've just immediately gone aggression, so...
There's just a so yeah, you're all I don't know why it put it concentration on all of you. Let's remove that. Apologies. Gizmo, why are you crying now? Give me 25 minutes and then you can go to bed.
It's probably because the clocks. It's probably because the clocks changed.
It's 9:30. He is crying for me to take him to bed because it's 9:30.
Oh.
He's a baby. Okay, I need to target myself. Okay. So yeah, these spikes appear around you.
Oh lord.
Can everyone roll initiative, please?
Yes, well. Didn't even get to say. Also, if you're
It's about
saying
half the
something
course.
Oh.
sad, you're muted.
I also have a potion that can cast ultrasound on people, so.
There it is, initiative. I don't know why I grabbed my proficiency bonus. Oh my!
Nice.
Why do I keep... That's the second time I've rolled 20 on initiative. Why? I am a support character. I'm not a beefcake.
Well, everyone has rolled initiative, and you're at first. See?
Nah. I'm going to permanently change my initiative to... Let me see what we got here. Maybe 6. Let's try for 6.
6. Okay. You're down sort of the middle of the player party.
Yeah, I figured I might know what to do by then. I might have to move myself down further, depending on how it goes. Rickles is
Holy
first.
crap.
What?
Well,
You're Rickles first.
I don't
can
know if I am
cast-
first now.
Oh, it might be an enemy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I can cast Alter Self. Granted, it lasts 10 minutes as opposed to the normal duration, so it's not as
Self?
useful. Never mind.
What's ultra self?
Alter self.
Yeah.
Oh, alter. I was like, what?
So, ultra self. I will be the most me I can possibly be.
Like, what kind of
Just gives you
self?
loads of confidence in the
Yeah, it's your best day. You're the ultra self. Does the imp go now that I've moved out of the way, or?
Oh, there's a lot of creatures are going right now.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should have kept my initiative. Sorry,
Wait,
y'all.
wait. Ugh. I jumped over that. Just gonna go whoop 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 whoop.
Going for choice.
And is going to disappear. Now it's Raquel's turn.
Right, so... Yeah, it's just... That's annoying.
What?
Good friend.
It was just left, which means...
Yeah. I guess we're waiting.
I see a few friends. Am I supposed to see the friends?
I'm going to hold an action to Eldritch Blast the first imp that I see.
Okay. Can you not see one?
You can't? Can I point them out to you? Because I could see them.
No, I can't see one.
Okay.
But,
Oh yeah, you're just at the wrong angle.
but I'm not
Yeah.
Oh,
moving.
you see...
Line of sight is kind of strange.
I was supposed to you can see them, but nobody else can. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the one that I wanted to hit has got away.
Well, your held action goes off.
Right.
Just gonna dump it.
First beam.
Isn't. Yep, that hits.
Second
Yeah.
beam.
Well, it's dead.
Well, I missed with the second beam, so.
Yeah, well, it was dead, so that's good.
Well, there we go.
There we go, indeed.
This one pokes its head out. Ah!
Oh, I know what I can do.
Oh, I always love it when Seb says that.
Yeah.
Dag!
Cool. Whoa, it's Dag. He's going to have to try and move.
Is he gonna rage first?
Yes, he is.
So,
So I will use my bonus action to rage. So I need to target myself. Rage.
okay, so you move straight forward and out, or do you?
Yeah, I'll move straight forward now.
So that. Oh, sorry, that's Map Ghost. It's Map Ghost.
Oh no!
You want to move you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's alright. I'm having a moment. There you go.
So that'll be
And then-
right. First one.
Yep.
Second one. Yeah. For a massive 5 points of damage, which would actually be massive on one of the party.
Yep. Cool. And now I'm out of there.
Yep.
I think my rest of movement I can reach this imp.
Let me-
So let's go to there and hit him.
Go for it. Violence time.
Yep. So attack number 1. Nope. And that ends my turn.
Oh no! So many nat ones.
Yeah. So that ends my
Okay.
turn.
10, 15, 20, 25. Faldor. With
Oh, cool. Okay.
just got the book out, ready to plan.
Yeah. So, turns out I made a potion for today, and I can cast Alter Self.
Ultra
well-
self.
Alter Self.
I like ultra self more.
Yeah, cast
Yeah.
Ultracell.
So I'm gonna down that, and I'm gonna look like. No, wait. First, I'm gonna tell everybody. Please don't shoot at me. I'm gonna down it, and I'm gonna turn into. I'm gonna look like an imp.
Okay.
Then does that take an action? Probably does.
Yes. I believe the spell
and I
ultra
need-
self takes an
and I
action.
need- And I need the elixir actually. Okay, never mind. I can't do that. But I still do look like a kobold. I mean, an imp. So that's interesting.
Not confusing at all.
Wait, did I put you on the map? Yes, I did. There you go.
I'm gonna cast Reduce on myself.
Wait,
I am even smaller now. Yes.
wait. So let me just check something. So you drink the potion of Alter Self,
Yes.
but then you have to actually use the.
Experimental elixir. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can make an experimental elixir. The first one is randomized, but I can spend spell slots to choose which effect, but I need to actually brew the potion before then. Creating...
My main thing is that it takes an action to cast Alter Self, and part of the casting of Alter Self is the actual changing your form. So while drinking a potion is only a bonus action, I'm just wondering about the action economy of, you drink the potion, it's Alter Self, you still have to do something to change your appearance. Like, it's not just like instant, it's part of the spell of Alter Self.
When you cast a spell, choose one of the following actions, which lasts during the duration.
But it's part of the when you cast a spell, which takes an action.
Okay, so does that take up both my bonus action and my action then?
I will say it only takes up your action. You would still have a bonus action.
Okay.
Just like it's essentially like it would be the drinking of the potion would take like half of an action as a bonus action, and would be half of the cast the spell, and then the other half is doing the actual changing part. I would say, because it's not instantaneous. It does take an amount of time. So you still have your bonus.
All right. Yes. Then I will.
It's just a con roll. Now I'm second guessing myself. No, I'm gonna stick with It will have taken an action because of just the time that it took to, you take the potion and then the change happens.
Okay.
So yeah, you still have your bonus action.
All right. I guess I'll just target Dag and then Healing Word.
Dag is fully healthy.
There you go. I don't know when my turn.
Z, you're up.
Okay. Alright, I was looking at... let me see. Anybody? 65. Gosh darn. Okay. Oh, there's spikes here. So, if I move, do I have to roll something to avoid stepping on the spikes, or?
No, it just happens when you move through the space.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Alright.
So,
Okay.
have you moved through the space already, or are you preparing?
No, I
to?
haven't.
Okay.
I moved. I was going to, but I don't want to get hurt. Oh, you know what? Fine. You know what? It's just a little bit of spikes.
Okay.
I'm gonna push through the pain. Alright.
It'll only be 5 feet because it was like less than half of. So yeah, you started there. That's 5 feet,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and that's less than half of a square. So I will take it as just the one
Okay. So, alright.
for 6 points of damage.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I was afraid of. Alrighty. I am going to cast. God sakes, I have so many windows. Let me make my window just a little bit bigger, so I have. All right, here it is. Dissonant Whispers. Nope, it's a save, not a cast.
That is a 7.
Good.
Yeah, it's hurt.
Alright, first level spell. Alright, and then it's a bonus action to use my Bardic Inspiration, which I will do. Flute time, I will give, let me see, oh, that's right, Dag is the only one who really does the, cool. I will just give him the, alright, and that's it for me.
Okay.
I can just open my, there it is, and
Okay.
thank you. You're welcome.
I think I just worked out a silly way of going 120 feet in a turn.
Is it gonna make me want to cause you pain?
I think it's freaking hilarious, but
That usually means yes, I'm gonna want to cause you pain. Right, it's Lilth's turn.
I am going to fly.
Yeah.
Because I can fly.
Good. Nice fly, man.
2, 3.
It's just like all of these
Oh.
Simpsons stepping on thorns, and then there's me. Swoosh.
I forgot. Actually, I can levitate as well. I forgot about that. Oh well. Push the feet.
oh, wait, no,
So what do you want to do?
1 second. I just need to learn what I just need to figure out what I can do.
Don't like how lined up you are.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I hope they don't have anything.
But they don't have a recall.
It's fine anyway. I think if a strange line hits someone, is in the air as well.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's high up.
Okay, I'm going to need help for how to cast this, but I'm casting Shatter.
Okay, what are you casting Shatter on?
The second imp back from the line.
Okay, so it's
Oh wait,
it's a 10-foot radius sphere,
yeah.
so that would hit
yeah.
both of them, and then you want to target. You good at targeting? Or do you want me to?
Yeah. I've targeted
So-
both of them.
And
Is
then
that
you want to make
correct?
them. Yeah, that's right. And then there's a little magnifying glass next to Shatter,
Yeah.
and you want to do the con save. Let me just check that it's actually the right thing. Yeah, there you go. So you want to do the con DC 15.
Yeah.
It's 116 and 19, so 1 success and 1 fail, and then you want to roll your damage. So I think one will still take half. The one that succeeded will still take half.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you do a murder.
Yay! I do a murder.
How fucked is the building? Because
You can definitely see that like one of the supports of the tent is kind of cracked, but it's already been fairly damaged. So
okay.
it's hand wavy enough.
Yeah, just say the imps did it.
Just having a bit of a trying to recover this area.
Is that so? You've done your.
Yeah, 1 second.
oh wait, no, this is actually another story.
and then I'll need help with how to do this because I want to use my telekinetic powers.
So your wings don't require an action to activate. Okay. I think the one that you've put in there
Yeah.
isn't the one that you can actually have.
Oh.
So you've put in the psionic talent or wild talent one. There's like, for some reason there are multiple telekinetics. I didn't check all of this. Let me quickly look
Okay.
Where are the feats? Where are the feats? Where have they gone? There they are.
Okay, I can just end my turn there then.
Yeah, I think you've taken the UA one.
Okay, no worries.
So I've plonked the right one in for you. So as a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the ability modifier of a score increased by this feat, which would be charisma.
Yes, I have high charisma.
So that's 8 plus ability of charisma. So yeah, you can hit the imp brute with that if you target the imp brute and then make them make strength DC 15 that's in your powers that I've thrown it in.
Telekinetic. Okay, save.
Yeah, that's a failure. So do you want it pushed 5 feet away from you or 5 feet towards you? Just bring it forwards directly onto the great axe.
I mean, towards you would also be up in the air, wouldn't it?
It does also have wings.
Okay, towards me then.
Okay, so it is pulled.
That means I can see something.
Why are you not? There we go. So yeah, it's sort of pulled it's pulled into Dag's space and up a bit, so it's kind of at Dag's eye level now. So that would be your turn then.
Okay. Done.
And then Pip, it's your turn, and this is going to be it's the end of the round, so that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Oh, that is a 0.
Is that what that rolled? Yes, okay, that's better. Oh, no, I rolled a 2.
It rolled a 2, which is it's got a -2 on its wisdom, which means it's got a 0. It's doing just about alright. It's still alive.
Okay, and then that's my turn.
And that's the end of this round of combat. So we're going to leave it there for this week. Thank you, people, for watching. It's been a really fun session. Hopefully, I just heard Booker do something in the bedroom, so I'm going to have to deal with that in a second.
Quick question, Cade. Are there any buildings that are, say, 80 feet tall?
No, these are all tents.
No, but I mean just in the cities or anything.
You've seen very tall buildings, but you haven't quite yet.
I mean, okay, so are most buildings here less than 80 feet tall?
Yes.
That's
Them are
good.
tents.
That's very good.
A lot of them are tents. I'm very concerned, but that's where we're going to leave it. I think we are back as normal next week, and this is our party going forward for a while. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you players for playing. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.